Hi, my name is Brendan Schuchart, and this is my very first video essay for the Novus Homo. Yesterday, a family member commented on a piece that I shared on social media. The title of the piece is 2.5 years later, 0 cases of HIV in large San Francisco prep group. Everything you need to know about the piece is basically there in the title. I didn't write it. I found it on instinct, but I'm super excited about it because it demonstrates the effectiveness of PrEP and its potential in finally turning the tide against HIV. The comment read, "The only answer is once infected, total abstinence, because nothing is 100%. Do the crime and do the time, so to speak." I was tempted to ignore it because a lot of reasons. Fighting on the internet, and then I saw the interview that Danny Pintauro gave on The View. Danny made some stumbles, some unforced errors, to borrow a sports term that I don't understand at all, honestly. I don't think he did as badly as many of my peers seem to think he did. Where Danny really went off the rails is by buying into the idea of the good AIDS victim. You see, there is a really straightforward and obvious retort to my future in-law. You say, what about all the people who didn't deserve AIDS? What about the people who were born with it, or who got it because of a medical mishap, or who were raped, or who even got it within the confines of a monogamous relationship with someone who didn't know that they were infected? Victims of circumstance, if you will. The problem with the victim of circumstance argument is that it implies this whole population of people who somehow had it coming. I think that's why a lot of people are mad at Danny Pintauro, because by highlighting and doubling down on his claim, which I make no judgment on, that he got HIV through an act of oral sex, he is painting himself, with or without his knowledge, as one of the good homosexuals or the innocent AIDS victims who didn't have it coming, and he somehow, and then that implies that the rest of us did have it coming. Anyone who buys into the idea, even implicitly, that some of the people living with HIV deserved what they got, then you are fueling the stigma that keeps people afraid to get tested, afraid of knowing their status. That fear is the fuel that feeds this epidemic. If you're feeding it, then you can't be the face of this community. You can't be our leader. HIV is a disease, like the flu, and carries no moral weight, at least none that we don't give it. And if Danny Pintauro really wants to be the face of HIV, like he said on The View, he should know that. That's it.